Alright, we on.
You want to bring it out?
You want me to bring it out?
Nah, that doesn't matter. Alright,
Go ahead.
Alright, Shalom, we the Hebrew Israelites. We coming in and day out to preach the truth on the four corners of the earth. We awaken the nation. I'm a Dedawa. This is my Akio, David. I'm gonna start off by saying Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Qadash. Alright. Dang, I did have some good script for this too.
Have one?
I sure did. I forgot it.
Alright.
I'm just like write it down. I'm gonna write mine down. No. I got it.
Alright, let's see. Alright, we're done. I got one. Zechariah 4 and 6. Alright, Zechariah. Come on, I'll bring it up.
Zechariah 4 and 6. Then he answered and spake unto me, saying, This is the word of the Lord Yahweh unto Zerubbabel, saying, Not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit, saith the Lord of hosts.
Come on. So it's not by our might or our power, but by the Spirit that we speak it. So the brothers don't the brothers and sisters, they sometimes they try to push things to happen in a certain way or a certain order, and you can't push it. It's the grace of the Father, which is the Spirit. Was that too 7? Go 7 too.
Zechariah 2 and 7. Who art thou, O great mountain, before Zerubbabel? Thou shalt become a plain, and he shall bring forth the headstone thereof with shouting, crying, grace, grace unto it.
Come on, and that's what we just said, right? We're talking about not by power nor by might, but by His Spirit, which is the grace. They go on to say by grace.
Thank you, though.
And by shouting and crying, right? Because that's why we say in Isaiah to cry aloud, right? Wake up my people, right? So we crying out loud to our people to wake up,
Shouting and crying. They be like, why y'all crying all the time? Why y'all shouting all the time? Yeah, how about you shout for the Spirit of us to do that?
Bring that out. Isaiah. Cry loud.
I would love.
Isaiah 58. Isaiah 58.
Oh, Isaiah 58. Isaiah, you got like automatic. You got to do it. I mean, like,
Yeah. It's Isaiah 58, chapter 1. Cry loud, spare not. Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions. God, so we showing our people their transgressions, right? And the house of Jacob their sins, because the Lord has not dealt with any other nation, right? He said I've shown my statutes that you bring that one up.
They be like, why you not speaking unto us? Why you not? I'm from China. I'm from this nation. I'm from that nation. Why you not speaking unto us? Where's our warrant? Where's our healing the signs and stuff? He said all to his people. So if you know how like they pass us knowing that it's a pandemic that happens once in a lifetime, and they can prevent it by doing these things that Yahweh Bahashim Rachaa told us we can follow his laws, statutes, and commandments. But they say why we're not speaking on to them. They're not speaking.
Right. And they know it. They know it. So yeah, that's why we lift up our voice like a trumpet to show our people their transgressions. And what does it say? It says that and the house of Jacob, the house of Israel, right? The 12 tribes of Yasharallah. This is a precept right here. This is Psalms 47 and 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgment unto Israel. Right? So out of the 18 nations that he's created, he's only showed his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. That's because that's why we fit the curses. That's why we went into slavery and everything. It's because we disobeyed. We disobeyed, so it's coming back full circle. It's a lot. And 20 it says, he had not dealt so with any nation, and for his judgments they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. Right? These other nations, they don't know the judgments, the laws, and praise ye the Lord, because if they did, they would have to follow. And if they don't follow, they'll go into the same slavery that we went into.
That's right.
So yeah, this is for our people, right? Let's see.
I said, Salaki, how do they even know about Yahweh Hashem Rachaa? It's because of our people. And they be like, well, I know Yahweh, I'm not from your nation, but I know better than you because you're under a curse because you're not following the laws. I don't have to follow the laws. We know it because of our people fell into captivity.
Right?
Before captivity, but a lot of heathens love to say that, like, we got the laws as well, we know them better than you. He got a J in his name, and there was no J's in it.
Right. Madness. It's madness. Total confusion. Yeah. The sister wanted me to go into, like our people being generational curses, right? And why things happen, but it's judgment. It's judgment. It's the judgment of the Most High. So to say why these things are happening is, I guess, not to understand his judgments, but to reverse the curses. That's in Deuteronomy 28. So and it is us standing boldly in this last days. We have to stand boldly and profess the Lord. No one else is going to do it. No one else is going to do this but the Lord's people. So that's why in Revelation it says you know, not to stand upon your watch. That's another precept. But to stand, that the two witnesses will stand boldly, right? I'm gonna get that. And then we can go Deuteronomy 28 for the reversal of curses. What is it, 28 and 15? No. 15? If you will not do all my law, these curses shall come upon you. Alright, so right now it's a great time to be alive. I mean, the Lord is moving. The Lord is moving whew, ever so quickly. Now's the time to seal the elect. Let's see. There we go. Revelations chapter 11 and verse 10. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwelt on the earth. Right, and that's our people, right? The northern and southern tribes. So what did they do? They sent gifts to one another. They were rejoicing in our destruction, in our demise. Why? Because we were wicked. I mean, they were made to be wicked, but we were made to be righteous. We weren't carrying out our, what the Lord asked us to do. That goes back into Deuteronomy 28. How if you will not listen to my words, I will send all these curses upon you. Right? And that's where the generational curses come in play. And there has to be a stop, right? If I've been celebrating birthdays my whole life, and before that, our parents' and their parents all celebrated these traditions and cultures, there has to be a stop.
That is the truth.
That's how you put a stop to generational curses. Now, the sister particularly was bringing out molestation and raping within family members. Yeah, that shit has to stop. That has to be called on. The sisters of the household have to be watching on our little princesses, and the men have to be men. I mean, if the men ain't leading in righteousness, what the hell is the sisters staying around with them for? And vice versa. If the woman's being a little hoe, I mean, why are you gonna stay around? Back in the day, brother or sister be put to death. Now it's just, Yahweh said that's terms for divorce. Let me finish this. This is Revelation.
They lucky that there was just a term of divorce, because before Yahushua came, they would have been put to death every time.
Right. Yeah, our mediator, he radicalized the law, but he also gave mercy and grace. So yeah, the death was done away, but now you just you leave the
It'd be a
whole
bloodbath for all of that, the breaking commandments they're doing, adultery, fornication. So how they live out of Abrahamic law.
Right.
You took death because Yahushua wasn't on the scene yet, putting everybody together, wondering why they not. They knew the law, but now there's a new law So they're like taking advantage of like, well, we just gonna get divorced. So like,
Right.
we're just gonna get divorced. That's all you can do. We don't want to do stuff like that. Scoffing.
Right. And that's why it's gonna be re-implemented. Death. You know what I mean? Like for the whoremongers and the whores. For both. This is not man or woman. They, you know, the man want to claim that oh, I'm over you. There's an order. But if you being a whore, I mean, you know, it says that you're turned to a mere piece of bread. You dealing with whores. A man is turned into a mere piece of bread. Continuing on, Revelation 11, verse 11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. Right? And that's the prophets. That's why we brought out at the start of this. It's not by our will. It's not by our strength. It's not by our might. It's by the spirit and the grace that is bestowed upon his servants to proclaim the end. Right? To proclaim the end of America, this wicked ass nation, to proclaim the uprising of his people, Yasharallah, and to proclaim that these heathen nations is going into slavery. They're going to be building up the kingdom for us. Right? What first shall be last, what's last shall be first. And all praises, right? Yahweh Bashem Yahshua. This is his beautiful plan. This is his spirit, his
perfect plan.
Perfect plan.
Unbreakable.
Let's see. So, what was it? You found that in Deuteronomy?
Deuteronomy 28, I think
28, and you talking about the 15. 15.
Thou shalt come to pass, thou wilt not hearken.
Come, bring it up.
Deuteronomy 28 and 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh, thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all the curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
And that's what we suffer today, the curses. So what's happening is the curses is being reversed. And for instance, what we were talking about earlier on the generational curses, it's because we haven't hearkened to the word of Yahweh. So our people feel the curses, and yeah. So you know, we're in the transition of powers right now. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So yeah, you know, it has to do with confrontation. You know what I mean? You got to make sure that our people. That's why it says in Ecclesiastes, the cuss, right? Sirach. It says, don't worry about how the wicked shall be punished, but how our people shall be saved. So if the generational curses is dealing within our family, you know, you got rape, I mean, stealing from each other, rape, rob, and murder. You got our own family members murdering each other. In order to turn these curses around, we need to do what it says in 28 and 15. It says obey his voice, right? Hearken, observe, and do.
Why y'all always listen to Jay-Z, Chris, Puff Daddy, Trippie Redd, DJ Quick, Tupac, all the rest of them? But you guys don't listen to the song of Rachaa. You guys don't listen to the song of Solomon. You guys don't listen to the beautiful poetry, you know, from front to back. You guys don't do anything, but you guys do things that the artists say in the songs. That's all y'all know. Some of y'all only know the rappers. Y'all don't even know 2 or 3 prophets. 2 or 3 righteous men in the book. Men or women. But y'all know all of these wicked things that y'all see in social media. Y'all know that like the back of y'all head. I have no idea what this is when we bring it out. Y'all think that we're talking ill of you guys. We're not talking ill. We're talking kindly of you guys to bring y'all back to a holy nation, a holy kingdom. So we will never stop this. It's a kingdom.
And they're all sold out too. I mean, they say they're sold out. So you're following someone who's professing their wickedness as Sodom and Gomorrah. They say they're sold out. So you're following them. Go ahead.
How long would you guys listen to the hardest man on earth with a dress? I mean, he got a dress on, and he has another male as his mate. How long would you guys listen to a female who has saggy pants on, Chuck Taylor? She's harder than the hardest man in her neighborhood. Why would you bow down to something like that? That is, what do you call it? That is a flaw in their system. That is from not listening to your mothers and fathers, not honoring them. That's where I started. Not honoring Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai. One of your forefathers disrespected Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai. You follow somebody's lead, and now we're listening to a clown. It's a circus. Turn the TV on, it's a circus. Turn the radio on, it's a circus. Society's a circus. I mean, look at everybody. No one wants to hang out with each other. No one trusts each other. All the trust is gone.
And like the Ox said, you guys know all these rappers, you guys know all these actors, and that's what it is, a bunch of actors. You guys got all these wicked ass holidays. You guys say you guys are Christians and Catholics and all this other religions, but if you break it down, right? Like the Ox said, you don't know none of. You couldn't even name these prophets inside this book. You couldn't name any high holy days. I mean, you didn't even know the Sabbath.
You guys, why would you die for your neighborhood with the Crips and Bloods? But there's a kingdom that calls for you every day on the highways and byways. We will never stop. It is a mockery of the kingdom. Why can't you give your life up for who you call Jesus the Christ, who we call Yahushua in Hebrew?
Every knee shall bow. Every knee shall bow and every tongue shall tell. So, let's see. What's up, dude? What's up, dude?
Oh, they have scissors over there.
It's a little bit more lightweight.
All right. Romans 14:11. This is Romans chapter 14, verse 11. For it is written, as I live, saith the Lord, every knee shall bow to me, and every tongue shall confess to Yahweh. Right? So, I mean, ain't no stopping it. Ain't no stopping it, like, it's crazy because everybody want to pray for, Russia. Now everybody want, you got these actors and mainstream media, you got Facebook, all this stuff. Pray for Ukraine, pray for Russia. It's like you can't stop it. You can't stop the prophecies of Yahweh Bashem Yahshua. It says what does it say? Like nothing shall prevail. The gates of hell shall not prevail. So I mean, ain't no stopping everything. This is one of my
Every knee shall bow for this kingdom, but for your neighborhood, not every knee will bow. No one's gonna bow for that.
This is everything is going back to Yahweh. This is my brother's one of his favorite verses. It's the last book of Psalms. So this is Psalms 150, verse 6. Let everything that have breath praise the Lord. Praise ye the Lord. Right? Everything that have breath. That means the animals, you know what I mean, the trees, and everything that have breath is going to praise the Lord, right? We're going to put all these other nations into subjection. And they're going to be praising the Lord. They're going to have to follow a strict, strict order, and what it is the commandments. So, yeah, all praises. Yahweh Shem Hashem.
It's like it may be strict, but it ain't grievous. It ain't really hard to do. It ain't really stressful.
That's 1 John chapter 3, verse 5.